welcome to Now News. We're here with Harold Bragg.
What? Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. So
Harold, how was your life before the Titanic?
well, I was born in January 1890. And and I was the first, and I was the last child out of 5. And at an early age, I knew I wanted to work with my parents as at the wireless system.
How did you feel when the ship was sinking?
I felt scared to watch the ship go down and all the people screaming and running to the boats of the ship. It was terrifying.
What class were you in?
I was in second class because I was working on the ship as an operator. It was weird.
What was your worst experience?
My worst experience was when I fell off the boat and it was flipped on top of me. My foot, I got hypothermia on my foot.
Did you escape with anyone?
Yes, I escaped on the Carpathians, but I'm happy that my family did not come with me. I have a feeling they wouldn't survive.
What was it like to be an operator?
It was hard and busy as an operator because people kept wanting to call their families and friends, and the phone just kept breaking, so it wasn't easy.
So there you go, you have it now on Now News.
Action.
Okay guys, it's Ted Tinkleton here with Morning News. We have a survivor from the Titanic. What's your name, survivor?
My name is Margaret Brown.
Okay, I'm the last question about that. But okay, what was your life like on the Titanic?
Since I was in third class, I didn't get much. Nothing I had was mine. It was all the books. I had no freedom. James Joseph Brown was as poor as I was. When we fell in love, there was nothing else to do because we were basically prisoners. My daughter Helen and I needed to get to America.
Oh, okay. Why did you aboard the Titanic?
I boarded the Titanic because I was told my grandson was ill. I didn't have much. Have enough money for any higher classes. So Helen and I got on the third class. But then the Titanic got struck by an iceberg.
Oh, that's so sad. How did you feel when you noticed the Titanic was sinking?
Well, I was really scared. I tried helping as many people as possible. I was on the safety boat number 6. I was helping people get on the safety boats. It was a terrible experience.
That's so sad. How do you feel about the experience now?
Well, I think that nothing worse could happen. It was the worst feeling, but it made me who I am now. It feels good to know that in this horrible experience I got to save lives.
Oh yeah. When and how will you die?
Oh, such a nice question. Well, Ted Tinkleton, I was broke. I died in 1932 at the age of 65. It was my time to go, and because I had a lifetime of adventures.
It's like a ghost. Okay, that's good. What did you get out of the sinking?
Well, after the sinking, I raised nearly $10,000 from the first class passengers. Since you're probably wondering what I did with the money, well, it went towards the ones who lost everything in the sinking.
Okay, well, that's Ted Tinkleton here with the Morning News, and over.
Action.
How old were you or how did you have enough money to get on the Titanic?
I had just enough money to get after class.
What class were you in?
Third class?
How old were you?
To be exact, I was an 18-month-old baby.
How did it feel to survive?
Oh dear, everyone was scared. Third class was horrible. It was flooded, but a steward came and got me. I got on the Carpathian.
Were you married and how long?
2, 4, 8, 12, 47 years.
What was your name before you got married?
My name was Eleanor Johnson.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the PNN Show. I'm your host, Pranal Woody. Today we have a special guest, a survivor from the Titanic. Please welcome Ruth Becker Blanchard. Hi, Ruth. How are you doing today?
Good.
Well, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions about your experience on the Titanic. First question. When you were on the Titanic, how old were you, and did you have any family members on board?
I was 12 years old, and my mother, younger brother, and sister were on the Titanic with me. But I was very upset for my older brother because he couldn't come because he was ill. My father was still in India, but he would join us later when we got to New York.
Thank you. Our next question is, when you were on the Titanic, how was your stay, and what social class were you in?
I loved my stay on the Titanic because it was beauty and grandeur. My cabin had a wash bin, carpeted floor, and a wood sprung bed with a hair mattress. Also, I was a second-class passenger.
Sounds more like you're in first class to me. Well, question 3. When the Titanic was sinking, how did you feel? Were there a mix of emotions?
Yes, I had many feelings. First, I was scared because the ship was sinking. Also, I had this undescribable feeling because I didn't know if I was going to survive.
That must be tough. Question 4. When you got separated from your family, how did you feel?
I felt very worried. I didn't know if I would ever see my family ever again. I got separated from my family when I was boarding the lifeboats. There was room in lifeboat number 11, so there wasn't room in lifeboat number 11, so I had to go board lifeboat 13.
How many lifeboats were there on the Titanic?
There were only 20 lifeboats. I was lucky that to get on a lifeboat because they were all leaving so fast. It was sadly so fast I had to get separated from my family.
Last questions. Did you have emotions did you have any emotions when you were saved by the Carpathia?
I was really happy because I wasn't worried anymore. I knew I would live, and later I rejoined my family. It was the most happiest moment in my life.
Wow, must have been. Well, thank you for your time.
Wow.
Once again, Ruth Becker Blanchard.
Okay, Manny, come get a good shot of this kid. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, sir. My name is Carl from the Treyarch News Company. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so could you please tell me your name, your age, what class you boarded under, and how you came to be sailing on the Titanic?
Well, my name is Charles Jalgan. I boarded second class. I boarded because I'm a chef. I was a chef on the Titanic. Also, I'm 34 years old.
How did you manage to make it off the ship while it was sinking?
My blood alcohol level was high, and it kept me warm while I was in the water. I got on the before I got on the Carpathia. Also, when the boat was almost completely submerged, I hopped off the stern.
Cool. What were your feelings or reactions when the ship was sinking?
I don't remember completely. I had a few jinks at the time, but I remember trying to keep calm.
What was the worst thing that happened while the boat was sinking?
The worst thing besides the Titanic sinking was me almost getting my hair wet.
Okay. What amenities did you have with your second class ticket?
On second class, I had access to the kitchen and a good-sized rooms plus more.
When did you find out that the ship was sinking?
I found out when other passengers were screaming, and I had to pack food on the lifeboats when they were being deployed.
And finally, were you one of the first or last people to get off the ship while it was sinking?
I was one of the last because I hopped off the ship when it was almost fully submerged.
Impressive. So thank you so much for your time, Mr. Joffin, and I hope you are able to grow a real stash in the future.
This is real.